Attrition Orbs. When I first got this perk on a few weapons, I had a look at it and first impressions were, well, this looks kind of bad, and on some archetypes it is. But then I got it on the Parabellum, some random SMG you might have never heard of, and it just clicked. I was able to generate orbs every few seconds on repeat, regardless of what type of enemy I was facing, and suddenly it made a lot more sense. First though, here's how the perk functions. Upon scoring roughly 2/3 of a weapon's total mag of hits on any target, an orb of power will be spawned at that target's location. You can go target to target and even reload mid-mag if you need to. Just hit the required amount of shots within a short period of time. The Destiny Data Compendium lists Attrition Orbs at 67% of the mag plus 2 shots, and this seems to be true across the board. The previously mentioned Parabellum has a starting mag of 33, so 67% of that should be 22. Add an extra 2 for 24. 24 consecutive shots spawns an orb of power. But also, what about those with a magazine size of 1? I have a Lethophobia bow. It takes 5 consecutive hits to spawn an orb with this one. The Sleepless Rocket can also roll Attrition Orbs, but it takes 2 consecutive rockets to generate an orb. Also, the timescale on this is quite tight. Not really worth the time or ammo requirements on these sort of weapons. But the reverse of this is why I found the Parabellum so interestingly potent. It fires at 900 RPM, meaning that you can hit that criteria of 24 shots in just around 1.5 seconds. And there seems to be no cooldown for this either. The criteria for Attrition Orbs to be at its most potent is high RPM with the ability to dump its whole magazine quickly alongside a quick reload. The previously mentioned Parabellum as well as a craftable Subjunctive fit this criteria. Another cool thing about both of these weapons is they can also roll shoot to loot in the third column, meaning you could also utilise this to collect the spawned orbs instead of running over to collect them. And as for why this is actually good, it's simply because of how versatile orbs are and which builds are complemented by them the most. And it just so happens to be that some of the strongest are. Here's a quick list of what collecting an orb can do, and there's likely some I've missed. Enable weapon surges if you have the mods equipped. Provide woven mail if you're on strand running the fragment Thread of Warding. Provide devour if you're on void running the fragment Echo of Starvation. Provides healing or instant health regen with the boot mods Recuperation and Better Already. Gives strand weapons Unraveling Rounds with the artifact mod Unraveling Orbs. A choice of either grenade, melee or class ability energy with boot mods including Innovation, Invigoration and Insulation, and a small chunk of super energy. So the benefits are plentiful, and I found a build which maximises these benefits is in fact Strand Titan, running Thread of Warding, Recuperation and Better Already for sustain, a weapon surge mod, and the artifact mod Unraveling Orbs with a strand kinetic slap weapon. Probably Swordbreaker. And here's another fun choice of weapon with Attrition Orbs, the Caster Frame Sword. 2 currently roll with this, the Pinnacle weapon Chivalric Fire, and the dungeon weapon Dragon Cult Sickle. Using the regular sword attack, it will take 10 hits to spawn an Orb of Power, but the Alt Fire cast hits a target 10 times rapidly, so if a whole attack connects, it will spawn an Orb of Power each time. I'm not saying this is really strong because caster frames aren't really the best choice of weapon, but it is still a neat interaction. And this next part is only relevant in Season 23, but during this time will absolutely make a huge difference. I've spoke about the 2 SMGs with Attrition Orbs, Parabellum and Subjunctive. While Subjunctive is craftable, and with that easier to obtain your god roll, the Parabellum will actually be the much stronger option should you land a good roll. And it's in the world loot pool, so this is no guarantee, but do keep a lookout regardless. And it is the stronger choice because of the absolutely ridiculous solar weapon support available in the artifact. You have Flint Striker, which grants radiance on rapid solar crits. Really easy with this SMG. Kindling Trigger, which will cause solar weapons to apply Scorch whenever you're radiant. And Razor Precision, which allows for precision final blows while radiant to trigger an ignition. And so that's Attrition Orbs. It's a really interesting support perk, but it can absolutely shine if you find it on the correct weapon. At the very least, take a look at some Parabellum drops you get before dismantling them, as that can be a diamond in the rough for a random world drop. Thank you for watching.